anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I definitely appreciate that. To all of the new people stopping by my channel, hi you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you're notified each time I post a video. And to all of my returning subscribers, hey y'all. So today's vlog, you guys, is going to be another bump date, and this bump date is going to be for week 9 and for week 10. So if you want to see what happened during these 2 weeks of my pregnancy, then definitely keep on watching. All right, y'all, so if you are new here, my name is Jessica, and most people call me Jess, and I am a wife and a mother, and I am a mom to 2 beautiful little girls, Leah, who is 10, and Carmen, who is 4, and she has a birthday coming up. So by the time you see this next bump date, Carmen will be 5. So yeah, and this is my 3rd pregnancy, and we call the baby Baby Bear. And so if you hear me refer to the baby as Baby Bear or BB for short, and then you already know what we're talking about. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into this bump date. Y'all, let me tell you, this is probably gonna be, right now, it's like my first emotional one that I'm gonna have on camera, just because it's just it's just been too much. So yeah, so I'm gonna get into all of that, so let's get into it. So starting with week 9. Also, if you see me looking down, you guys, it's because I have my pregnancy notebook here. This is where I'm writing down like all of my symptoms and things of that nature. And so on week 9, I went back to work on January 4th, which I had to go back to work to let everyone know, hey, I'm pregnant. I also had to fill out paperwork for HR so they could let me work from home, because with everything that's going on in the world with the C word, being pregnant is considered a high risk. And not only was I gonna work from home, but Joe, as well as my mom, were on my case, and my dad. Pretty much everyone in my family was on my case about going back to work on the 4th, just because, you know, it would be people in the office and people walking in and out. So I literally went in on the 4th to fill out my paperwork, get all of the things that I needed from my desk, and basically tell them, hey, look, I'm pregnant and I'm coming home. So yeah, so I did all of that, which was pretty good. And then also in week 9, my cravings started. And I know some people will say cravings aren't really cravings. It's just that you're wanting something, yada, yada, yada. It's not what the baby wants. But y'all, let me tell you, when my cravings come, if that craving is not satisfied within the time I say I want that item, till maybe 3 or 4 hours later, I'm angry. And this literally just started week 9. So my first craving that I had was I wanted hard shell tacos from Taco Bell. And we were actually going to my best friend's house that weekend, that Saturday, because we were having a taco like couples date night type situation. And y'all, I had my mouth fixed for tacos and nachos, but I was like, I'm gonna wait. But that craving spirit, okay, it took over, and I told Joe, I was like, I need these tacos in my life. And so Joe made it happen. He went to the store, went to Taco Bell, got me my tacos, and yeah, I was a happy camper. So another thing that happened in week 9 was I was still having food aversions, and I put in parentheses, still smell. And so like I said in my previous bump dates, if I smell something that maybe I used to eat or whatever the case may be, me having that smell will trigger all of the things, and I just cannot. I cannot eat it. It has to get out of here. I can't. Just like, for instance, if I eat salad and I have like leftover lettuce that I'm throwing in the trash, like the trash has to go, because the smell, it's too much. It's too much. So that's what I mean when I'm saying like I'm having food aversions and things of that nature. I'm also during this week wanting pineapples and strawberries. I'm literally going to Publix and getting the big bowl of fruit, but only pineapples. And then with the strawberries, I'm either dipping them in chocolate or I'm just slicing them up and having them with my breakfast. So like if I fix like grits and eggs, I'll have like a little bowl of strawberries or pineapples or whatever the case may be. So I have been doing that. I've also, this week, I've been incorporating having a blueberry smoothie for breakfast, because blueberries do help lower your blood pressure. And so I've been trying to incorporate foods, whether it's fruits, vegetables, or seasonings that will help lower my blood pressure. Also, I have been taking daily naps for an hour because your girl is still tired. This first trimester tiredness, you guys, is like, it's not a joke, okay? It's not a drill. I am tired. So I at least take a nap either in the middle of the day or I take a nap in the evening. I've noticed if I don't take a nap in the middle of the day, you guys, I am on the floor by 9 o'clock. So after I take a shower, I'm depleted. It's been times where I've taken a shower, gotten the girls situated, and I've told them, okay, you guys, in 10 minutes, you guys, we're going to bed. And next thing I know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Joe's put the girls to bed because I am just knocked out. And so I'm definitely having to incorporate the naps, because other than that, I am a zombie. Also on here for week 9, I put that I am trying to still eat every 2 hours to maintain my nausea. Now, y'all know I said that I was prescribed Diclegis at the beginning of my pregnancy. However, I am not taking that because this is my body's natural response. However, I discovered that once I eat every 2 hours or within an hour and a half, 2 hour range, it definitely keeps my nausea at bay. And I've definitely been able to tell a difference as far as like energy and things like that go, because I am eating more consistently and I'm also eating more healthier options. So that's all that I have for week 9. And so I'm gonna go ahead and move into week 10, just because there was a lot of things that happened during this time. I literally have like basically a page of notes for week 10. So yeah, let's just jump into it because it is a whole situation. Okay, so week 10, you guys, I had a doctor's appointment and I got to see baby bear. It was a doctor's appointment and a sonogram, and you guys, my little mama heart, I just cannot. So let's start with first things first. I didn't get any blood work this appointment. They did weigh me. My weight was 140.1 pounds, and all of my labs from my 5-week appointment, all of that stuff came back good. However, one thing that I did not like is, well, 2 things. My charts were not updated in my online portal, so I could see, you know, what came back from my blood work or anything like that. I couldn't see any of that. And 2, no one called me to let me know whether it was good or bad. So with my doctor's office, and I'm pretty sure with other doctor's offices with pregnancy, if your results are negative or good, they do not call you. They only call you if something comes back positive or if your results are bad. And so I get it, but I would still like that phone call just for an ease of mind, because not knowing what's going on for 5 weeks, you know, it's ridiculous. But not knowing what's going on for 5 weeks is ridiculous, but they send you your bill to let you know, hey, all the things that we did, then you need to pay now. So yeah, so that's neither here nor there, but everything came back perfect. Also, they took my blood pressure with this appointment as well, and my blood pressure was 120/90, which in this appointment they said that my blood pressure was borderline. Borderline meaning normal, and then borderline for hypertension 1. And so yeah, my blood pressure did go down, but I'm still working on it to go all the way down. And I did slack off with my exercises these 2 weeks. And so I'm definitely going to try and incorporate that and make that my mission going forward, that I do need to have at least maybe 15 to 20 minutes worth of exercise a day, whether that's me walking in the neighborhood or if that's me inside doing an in-home workout. So yeah, so that's what happened with like my my prepping for actually visiting my OBGYN. And so getting to the sonogram and some of the more emotional things, I'm not even gonna cry on camera because I'm just a big sap this pregnancy. So with the C word and all of the things that come with it, most doctor's offices, if not all, are not allowing a support person to come with you to the appointments, which I knew that, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm not okay with that because I still want Joe to be able to experience, you know, this pregnancy or whatever, but I do understand. However, I was thinking with my sonogram that I would be able to at least call him or video chat with him just so we could both experience that one time. And so I go in for my sonogram and I sit down and yada yada yada, and she's like, okay, I need you to go to the bathroom and go put this sheet on, you know, the little sheet that they give you. So I go and put it on, and I said, oh, let me grab my phone real quick because I need to call my husband. Is that okay? And she was like, no, that's not okay. You can't call your husband. Bruh. So I'm like, what? Like, me and Joe had this whole thing. I'm like, because Joe doesn't have an iPhone, so I said, you know, I can go ahead and just call you via Facebook and we can talk. And he was like, okay, cool. Y'all, I couldn't call my husband. So now I'm all in my feelings because I'm literally in the sonogram by myself, which I've never been to a sonogram appointment by myself, let alone a doctor's appointment by myself. So this whole pregnancy, I'll be going by myself. Either my mom will go, my grandma will go, or Joe will go. Someone will be with me at that said appointment. Just because, you know, sometimes it gets so overwhelming that you aren't listening to everything that's going on. And that is exactly what happened with this appointment. So yeah, so I go and do that, and I'm just super upset at this point, but I'm like, you know what, Jessica, be in the moment and enjoy the sonogram because Joe's not here, so at least you need to be able to convey, you know, the things that happened and yada yada yada. So I'm in the sonogram, and it honestly seemed like she was rushing me. And it just felt like it was like click, 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 click. Like, okay, this is here, that's there, yada, yada, yada. Here's the heartbeat. And I'm like, but I don't ever remember it being this short, 1. 2, and since I don't have a support person, I was kind of expecting, you know, for it to be a little bit more, I guess, intimate, and for her to really explain the things that were going on. And thank God this is my 3rd pregnancy, so I kind of knew what to expect, but still. So I don't know, maybe she just went through it so fast because it is my 3rd pregnancy and I should know, but I had Carmen almost 5 years ago. So some of these things have changed and I done forgot, okay? So let's get into the baby basics. So the baby's heartbeat, baby bear's heartbeat was 175 beats per minute. I am also measuring 2 weeks ahead. So right now I am 10 weeks and baby bear is measuring 12 weeks. However, my due date is still accurate. August 2021 is when baby bear will be born. Baby bear is also 2 inches. I said, oh, he's so little, no, baby's so little. And I also found out with my sonogram that I only ovulate from one side, which is my left side. You release the egg from each side when you have your period. However, I only ovulate from one side. And so you can ovulate from both. I only ovulate from one. So that would explain why when Joe and I initially started trying, I didn't get pregnant right away, because obviously I don't ovulate from the right side, so maybe that's where my egg was released and yada yada yada. So there's that. Also, when they did the sonogram, baby bear was sleeping, you guys. I cannot. It was so sweet. I said the little babies in there just sleeping. Which would explain a lot, because like I told like I told the sonogram tech, or what do you call them? I don't know what you call them. But anyways, I let her know, like, during the day, I noticed that my stomach is like kind of chill or whatever. And I know I'm super early, so I can't really feel anything, but I am in tune with my body. So during the day, my stomach is just relaxed. I don't have any tightening or anything like that. But then when I go to lay down at night, it's like my stomach is like, girl, we are about to party, okay? And so my stomach will get hard. It's hard enough to where I was like, babe, feel this. I had Joe feel my stomach the other night because it was just so hard, and you can feel it. And she said that that could be movement, and I am indeed feeling it just because this is my 3rd pregnancy. And so everything is super sensitive because this is my 3rd pregnancy. And so I could be feeling baby bear in there doing something, just because my stomach does, by the end of the day, it does get a little bit different. So yeah, so a lot of this information that happened with the appointment, I remembered after the fact, because I was so overwhelmed with everything that was going on. Because like I said, everything was going quick. It was like click, click, click. Here's the spine, here's this, here's that. And it was too much, okay? And so after I finished with the sonogram, I go wait in the lobby because now I'm waiting for my OBGYN. So about maybe 10 or 15 minutes of me waiting, enough for me to, you know, send pictures to Joe and let him know everything that was going on. The resident that is at my doctor's office calls me on back. So I go on back and I'm talking to her, and I have been craving lunch meat, you guys. However, I know with handling food that you have to be careful with eating deli meats and cold cuts because of listeria. And so I wanted to double check, you know, if the meat is warm, could I technically get away with having like a sandwich from Which Wich? Because y'all, I am wanting a roast beef sandwich so bad with mayo, warmed, and salt and vinegar potato chips in between. However, she did say, you know, it's best that I don't do any deli meats of any kind, whether it's from the grocery store or if it's from a actual restaurant, just because it could make me sick and things of that nature. And so I totally agreed, because one, I hadn't had anything, but I wanted to make sure, just because I knew, you know, that could affect the pregnancy. And so we talked about that, and she was like, you know, I'll go. She was like, everything's good to go. So I'm thinking we're done. And she was like, oh, no. Your OBGYN is going to come in and he's going to talk to you. So my doctor comes in and he talks to me, and y'all, I got some of nothing's wrong with the baby, but it was definitely something that I didn't want to hear. And so my OBGYN has been my doctor since I was 16. Okay, 16. I am 32. So that is 16 years that I've dealt with this guy. Okay, he tells me in this appointment that he is no longer delivering babies.
Bruh.
Yeah, no longer delivering babies, and that he made this decision over Christmas break. And yeah, you need to find a new doctor to day 30. And so my mind, I'm like, what? First of all, I've already found out that I cannot deliver at the hospital that I normally deliver at. I'm having to deliver at a new hospital because my OBGYN is not servicing that hospital anymore. He's only servicing this specific hospital. So I'm like, well, dang, if I want him, I'm gonna have to, you know, go on to this hospital, which is fine. I've talked to a lot of people that have had their babies at this hospital, and they're like, you know what, Jessica, I wouldn't have had my babies any other place. And this hospital has a more state-of-the-art maternity ward, so it kind of made me feel better. So I'm like, okay, I'm already having to change the hospital, which I'm used to this, but it's okay because everyone's saying that this hospital is good. Now you're saying I'm gonna have to change a doctor too? So I'm in there fighting back tears because I feel like this is a breakup. And he was like, you know, I'm still gonna be in practice. It's just, I'm not delivering babies, so I can't even care for you with your prenatal appointments. What? So now I'm gonna have to have a whole new person learn my body? Are you kidding me? So he says all that and he's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, honestly, I'm sitting here trying to fight back the tears. I was like, because now I have to find someone. So he was like, well, one or two things can happen. He was like, I can refer you to the doctor, to the other doctor that is here, and he can see you for your pregnancy, or I can refer you out and you can pick whatever doctor that you want to see you. And I'm like, I don't know any other doctors. Like, I'm not even supposed to be doing this right now. So I told him, I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go with the doctor that's here, because he did say, you know, it will work out good, because if they need to talk about my care or anything like that, he'll still be able to assist in that regard. And he also said after I have the baby, then I can come back to him for, like, you know, my regular appointments and things of that nature. But the fact that I'm having to have a whole new doctor after I've had him for 16 years is insane to me, okay? It was just a lot. And then on top of that, I was still kind of upset about the sonogram, because, you know, I didn't get to have Joe and yada, yada, yada. So my emotions were just like done, okay? So yeah, so he goes ahead and he refers me, and I go up to the front desk after, wait, let me make sure. Okay, so yeah, so after all that's done, so I go up to the front desk and they go ahead and make my appointment for February 10th. Well, I get a phone call a couple days later saying that the doctor is not gonna be in the office and I'm actually gonna have to come on a Friday, which is February 5th, which is totally fine. But by the time I got to the car and I was able to talk to Joe, like, I was literally fighting back tears, because I'm like, it was just too much in one appointment, okay? And I was like, you know, I just really want my husband. I'm over this at this point. But then I was like, you know what, Jessica, we have a whole baby. It's, you know, a completely different experience. Live in the moment and don't get so caught up on the routine. And I guess that was my thing, because I'm like, okay, I know he's gonna deliver the baby. I know I'm gonna be at this hospital, yada, yada, yada. And now everything is like, yeah, think again, sis. So I think that's where I'm not even gonna say I was frustrated, but just all my emotions were coming from, because it's like, it's completely different. And on top of that, Joe's not able to experience these appointments with me type situation. So it was just a whole lot at one time. So yeah, so that's what happened at the appointment. But I'm super excited that I got to see baby bear, and I'm gonna show you guys some pictures of our sweet little baby right here. So those are the pictures of our sweet little baby. And since now that you've seen that, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my bump shot for weeks 9 and 10, so y'all can see how baby is growing. Yeah, y'all, that is going to be it for this vlog. If y'all are pregnant and y'all had symptoms or whatever, or if you even went to your appointment, let me know in the comments below. Like, y'all, we gotta stick together as pregnant mamas, because when I tell you week 10 about took me out, y'all, about took me out, okay? But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you never miss an upload, you guys. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you on the next one and talk to you soon. Bye.